Chenna says, what about the swipe earlier? That's what tends to come back the other way when any player wants to mouth off to the referee. He normally lets them know, if you keep mouthing off, you'll be in the book. And Chenna saying, what are you on about, mate? You're barking up the wrong tree, or words to that effect. Wenzel Halls. Sanchez was coming across. Scott under pressure from Champness. Imai getting the shout of time and using it. Danzaki down Lustica, trying to get Parias released, and Aldred just got there ahead of his opposite number.
Yeah, and he just got there, and Parias just hesitated, didn't he? He went around, and if he'd gone straight away, he would have got to that ball. Gazelle finding the right pass, as he's done pretty much all evening. It's not the best of crosses.
Wenzel Halls has held up play successfully on multiple occasions in this second half already. Brisbane's next game is part of that historic doubleheader coming up next weekend. They'll take on Wellington in Newcastle, and then the Jets beat Adelaide right after that. All eyes on the Hunter next Sunday. Champness around Sanchez, and then brought him back into the equation with that turn. Free kick taken quickly for Chenna. Down pretty easily after the contact from Danzaki.
You see how that defence is set. There's Lockie Wales spanning there. It's looking for Connor Payne. The only kind of ball he's getting at the moment is the ball to his feet and facing backwards, back to goal.
O'Shea will find Danzaki. He's 20 years of age, Riku Danzaki. He scored 3 goals this season. His countryman Masato Kudo among the substitutes today. He is Brisbane Roar's number 9. Great pedigree in the J-League. I wonder if we'll see him for a significant portion of this game. Looks fresh, doesn't look like he's done much of a warm-up yet. The pass, and I think was looking for Danzaki, missed him by a fair margin. And Gillespie, he's got a beautiful left foot. Macaulay Gillespie just couldn't keep it down, but
it certainly opened up for him, didn't the big centre half? Unfortunately, he has got a very nice left foot, but unfortunately, his shots pretty much end up in the stands. That was pretty close, actually. Tried to control that strike, but it's still hit it on the up.
You're not going to start singing that Bobby Zamora song?
No, definitely not, but we'll stick for that.
Another left footer. To get sung about for putting him into the stands. Here's Steve Lustica. Parias running at Corey Brown, and another left foot strike sails high.
Yeah, it's the wrong decision there. First time they got him in a bit of space, and I'd like to see him back his pace, try and get around the outside of Corey Brown there. Once he cuts inside, defenders are very happy to see that. There's that battle again.
Yeah, am I too strong for Champness, who lost his feet? Dazell's there again. And perhaps getting a little too confident. It was a poor pass that put Sanchez under pressure, and he is going to go into the book again.
Yeah, you could see as that pass was mishit, he was always going to go for a challenge, but you could tell he wasn't going to get there.
He just came across Sanchez and offered Danzaki a high five or a low five, saying it's just part of the business. He's had to take you out and try and stop the attack. As a result, he's being booked for the 6th time this season. He's already served a ban for picking up those first 5. Wenzel Halls with Uzcock backing off. Hingett making a late run to support. Truan pushing on as well. Patience on display by Brisbane. Calver poking it to Warachena. Possession stat, Western United shading it. But, the team with the least possession has won every previous game between these two. Western United with 2 wins last season, including that final. Brisbane got their win when they had the least possession in the game. Champness, that's a poor pass. Dazell on the edge of his own area. It's upended by Champness. Michael Zapponi, if ever a game was crying out for Alessandro Diamanti to come on, it's this one. How far off, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon he was setting himself to play 30 minutes, so he's getting himself ready, having a chat to Johnny Anastasiadis now, and he's raring to go. I know that his preparation has been hampered this week, but Besart Berisha is also not too far away as well.
Look at Parias go. He's got the step on Gillespie. Dylan Parias straight at Jamie Young, who saved it with his left leg, I fancy.
Yeah, and that's when he gets down the outside and uses that pace. He's very difficult to catch. Good save from Jamie Young.
Back in by Lustica, and helped away by Truan. In splendid form, Jamie Young.
That's a good pass, and look at the pace. It burns off Gillespie. Keeps the shot low and hard, but doesn't go across the keeper and allows the keeper protecting that near post to save it.
It's a deft cushion by Hingett back to the shot stopper. Brisbane are preparing a change as well in the attacking third. Golgol Mabratu about to join us. Here he comes. Alessandro Diamanti, best player in the A-League last season, providing 5 assists already in this campaign. It's Lustica to make way. Champness came off for Mabratu. Diamanti getting his first touch. Sanchez went to ground. There was little contact. It worked out for Western anyway, and Wales has just opened up a bit of space for Connor Payne here. And held up by Aldred.
He's so good at that, Aldred. He's such a good defender. Doesn't dive in, stays big. Connor Payne, that's a rare chance for him tonight. One-on-one into the penalty box. Look at this for defender. Diving in. Doesn't allow him to get around it or sneak that ball between his legs.
Beautiful evening in Melbourne. Chilly one as well. In mid-March. And here's Mabratu. Good noise at Amy Park. Diamante out there as well, getting the fans excited. Wales, quick ball. And Diamante lifts it in behind. Dylan Farias can't finish it off, but that's what Diamante brings.
What about the scoop over the head? And he just can't get a hold of it. Farias, 2 good chances for him. Look at the skill here. Just clips it over. Pulls it up at Aldred. Maybe just doing enough to put off Farias.
Let's get back down to Zappas.
Yeah, just interesting to note with Diamante too. He's been working really closely with a strength and conditioning coach who's worked in the past, Speedy, with Alessandro Del Piero. You might remember Del Piero had a very strict regime when he was at Sydney FC. Maurizio Luna is his name. He's here at the ground tonight. He's been brought into Western United. Diamante wanted to work really closely with him, and he's been helping him through his recovery for this injury, but also to get him up and ready in the last few weeks.
Those Italian names just roll off the tongue beautifully for Michael Zapponi. Alessandro Del Piero had his own dressing room, didn't he, at Sydney FC, Robbie?
Certainly did. Downstairs.
Diamante, very popular figure wherever he's been. Zappers and Archie had that great chat with him as well. I think you can still check it out in the archives. Throws his head back in frustration that time. The Italian superstar. Just had nothing to go for in a forward sense. Rory Brown taking the game on, giving Dylan Farias a taste of his own medicine. Anzaki's service, and Connor Payne goes safety first, and it spins out for the corner.
Anzaki moving over to that left-hand side, so a new battle for Imai.
Brown's delivery on the edge of the area. It's Riku Danzaki charged down by a couple of big centre halves. Position after taking the corner on the other side. Hence the delay before the throw. That pass nearly for Daly. Jesse Daly coming out of that Queensland NPL system that Warren Moon knows so well. Aldred played it well, left it for O'Shea in the end. Calvert confident that he could bring it down for Uscock. Sense of adventure in that header. And now Diamante. Daly wasn't going to let him produce a bit of magic that time. Free kick taken quickly by Uscock with Diamante still down. There's space for Western on this left-hand side. Connor Payne Threads it to an offside. Lockie Wales, who buries the finish, and you don't want to waste him, Lockie. He's offside by a metre or two.
Yeah, a long way offside. Connor Payne driving, coming off the left flank, driving forward, and it's clearly offside. Finishes it well.
Scored 3 A-League goals in 72 previous appearances. Yet to score as a Western United player. Bratu won that flick on, and Calver was able to prevent Wenzel Halls running onto it. Western United have won 3 times this season. In each of those games, they've scored at least 4 goals, including 5 against Perth. You'll remember in Geelong. Brought down by Danzaki. Corey Brown forced to take the shot on his right boot, and Ryan Scott made it look comfortable. Rolled out to him. I took on his countryman. Parias with pace. Lockie Wales onside in the middle. What a stretch from Kai Truan, and Jamie Young gets around him immediately.
And you see again that pace, when they can use the pace of Parias down that right-hand side, and he's trying to slide that one to Lockie Wales, who probably thought, I'm going to get a tap in here. But look at it, Truan with that run back and the stretch to take it off Wales, lurking just behind him.
Diamanti to deliver. Near post was Lockie Wales. Last touch off who? It's off the Brisbane defender for another corner.
Flat. Great ball from Diamanti.
Last touch off Aldred was Wales' header. Going to be on target. Maybe it was just purely Aldred. Tough to sum up. And that second replay as Diamanti delivers, and Uscock got on the end of things. Already the quality of Diamanti's delivery on full display.
Yeah, and causing problems, and that one's just slightly behind. He's already in there, Uscock, and it's just behind him. You see stretching his neck backwards to try and get some control on it. But Western United, second half, have certainly produced all the chances.
Giselle just providing a passing avenue, making it easy on teammates. Payne, great dexterity in that turn, got away from Hingett in a flash. Kai Truan again. His defensive efforts.
That's the trouble for those wing backs. You get past your opposite number, and then you got the right-sided centre half to deal with.
Brings back some memories. And Mabrata poked it away. Corey Brown lifting it, and Dizelle left it for Danzaki. Got an overload of players down that left-hand side, and O'Shea told Danzaki, that space is yours to explore. Here's the 3-on-2 being utilised, and Jay O'Shea, what a splendid save again, right in front of the active fans. Ryan Scott kept it out with one hand, and now Wenzel Halls tries to bounce it over him.
And he scuffs his shot, but it's a great save. And you expect him to protect that near post. And he must have been thinking, and you can see O'Shea was shaping to go the other side. He's tried to do him with the eyes. And Scott was having nothing of it.
6 saves already tonight. He's not the tallest keeper, but he makes up for the lack of height with the spring that he can get. A couple of times already tonight. And if he has to go back to the number 2 behind Philip Curto, he may not get a look in again for the rest of the season, but what he has done in this little shop window has shown other A-League teams, here's what I've got. Calver getting away from Wenzel Halls to drag down Guarachena, but his running battle with the referee continues. No free kick. Payne taking on Hingert again, and there's that Kai Truan backup policy. Moon understandably wants the tempo high, worked on fitness in pre-season, knows that the opposition are playing their third game in 8 days. They're fully rested and fancy they can run over the top of them. Brighto a little careless with his attempted first touch. Played his role that time, acting as a ball boy. Guarachena's little flick, and Aldred backed off, allowing Wales to advance. Tees up Diamanti. Alessandro Diamanti kept out by Young, and it remains 0-0, 68 minutes in.
And Jamie Young proving that he's just as good down the other end. Diamanti's made that half a yard. Great little touch, Guarachena, and then they're backing off. Wales makes the right decision, holds it up, plays the ball at the right time, shifts that ball. And Jamie Young stretching to his right-hand side, saves it well, pushes it away from danger.
Diamanti, delivery again. Back in by Sanchez. Hingert's header only as far as Diamanti, and there was an offside.
It was Uscock coming back, and he shouldn't have played at it.
To shout of turn came a little too late. Corley Gillespie's made the third man run here from the back of defence. Open up this space as a result for O'Shea, who's around Sanchez, teeing it up for Wenzel Halls to climb against Calver. It's an important win by the former Sydney FC man. Parias, beautiful. Well, that was a chance with Gillespie committed up the pitch, but he couldn't get past Daly. Inside the final 20 minutes of the 90. Punches one to Dazelle. Someone on the bench was saying play Victor, but Dazelle went for the easier pass to Imai that time. Poor pass by Calver. Latched on to by Hingert, and Daly's going sideways and backwards.
He needed to go forward there because there's plenty of space in front of him.
That pass was effective, and Hingert's was not.
And he's trying to, I'm not sure why he lifted it. Just needed to slide that around the back for Wenzel Halls, who was making that diagonal run. Dazelle composed as he's been all evening.
Diamanti dropping it over the top of one. Wales wound up passing it to himself, and then Diamanti whipped into a dangerous spot. Late Ron, what a header! So brave, Dylan Parias. Many had given up, but he knew Diamanti might put it into a dangerous spot, and boy was it dangerous.
And that's what Diamanti does, and he does it best. And Parias, that's all credit to him as well, because he's just gambled, and he's coming from the right fullback at full speed, gambling that just might miss everyone. Look at Diamanti's little turn. And Perez, Corey Brown doesn't feel the danger, and he just throws himself at this. Not only throws himself at it, but he controls his header. No chance for Jamie Young because it goes right across him. He can't readjust to get a hand to that. Super goal from Western United. Diamante making an impact.
And the goal and assist combo sealed with a kiss. Dylan Perez planting one on Alessandro Diamante. He's almost, well, he is old enough to be Dylan Perez's dad. And Perez debuted against Brisbane as a 16-year-old in 2017, 4 years and a month ago. This is his 34th game. So stayed at Melbourne City for a long time, and Warren Joyce didn't give him a lot of love. Making up for lost time now. Wales pulls it back. Connor Payne trying to head home as well, but that time Hingett had possession.
Yeah, he followed it well. I think they called ball watching Hingett. Connor Payne will get a talking to, but again, Diamante starting that attack. Threading the ball through. Daly comes off.
No worries. You want to be a nice bloke? Go tell me to shut up. No problem. Go tell me to shut up. No problems. Excuse me? Sorry? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
Bring it, son.
Oh, you're trying to turn it around, are you? You're trying to turn it around? So I question you, tell me to shut up. And I'll be saying it, yep, for the microphone to hear. No, you know what happened?
Oh, we heard it.
I questioned him about what the foul was, okay? Referee. I questioned him, you know what he said to me? No, I said to him, why was that free kick for? You know what he said to me? Shut up. What for? Explain to me what happened. That's okay,
Hey,
son.
Jack.
All good, Jack. All good, son.
Jack.
No problem.
No one can question you, Jack, anymore.
What for? What for? That free kick. What for?
Jack.
And you want to tell me to shut up, Jack? Yeah, no problems. No problem. No problem. No problem. All good.
There in a nutshell, the pressures of coaching.
Right.
Jack, did you let him know to
That's
shut
I'll
up?
report him. I'll report him. It's
Jack,
okay.
did you let him know?
It's okay, mate. Every
Well, the fourthy, Jack Morgan, might need some ice after that one. Getting a bit spicy on the sideline. Mark Rudan playing some mind games with Jack Morgan, who I'd venture to say is in single digits for appearances as a fourth official, and there's a baptism of fire from Mark Rudan. And eavesdropping on all of that were the fans watching the Fox Sports coverage, and also Michael Zapponi.
Yeah, very heated discussion between Mark Rudan and Jack. I think Mark was just sort of talking to him, and the allegation from Rudan was that Jack had told him to shut up, and that's what really riled Mark Rudan up. So we can ask the Western United coach about that after the game, perhaps.
That's pretty tame by fourth official standards towards coaches, I think, in the A-League. But Mark Rudan didn't appreciate the feedback when he just asked a simple question about why the foul was given against Western. I mean, they're 1-0 up. They just scored moments ago. Can't be too perturbed.
That's Imbrata, and he just received the ball in the penalty area. Didn't make very good use of that. So it's a difficult start since coming on. And this is where you got McDonald, even if you've got Diamante coming off the bench for Western United and changing the game instantly. And this is nothing against Imbrata, but Scott McDonald's such a clever player in between the lines, and so much experience, real leader on and off the field, and obviously quality on it. So they're really missing him in that final third.
Akbari has just come on. Debuted at this ground as a teenager. Nearly combined with Macaroni for a goal just minutes after coming on, you may remember, as Payne can't get it past Hingett. I'd love the insurance of a 2-goal buffer here, and Diamante gets it on target.
And you can't dive in on him. He's the master of just shifting that ball, and this time not on his favourite boot, the right side. And you see he just shifts it bottom left-hand corner there. Right foot, comfortable save for Jamie Young.
Bari Just had it poked away by Sanchez, who's on a yellow card. Has to be clean with his tackles. Marachena, he's got some tricks. Somehow maintaining possession through all of that. And eventually tripped up by Wenzel Halls. And it's just the foul.
Yeah, well, you don't like to see it because you love to see skills, but he almost asked for that. He was dancing around a couple of players and wanted to keep going, and sometimes players just get frustrated. You can see steps right on his toe there. Dangerous part of the field to do that, though, up against 3 defenders or 3 white shirts around him. A lot of experience, this guy.
Careful with the thrusts of the head. You don't want to connect in the BAR era. Brindle South just on the assignment against Wales, and Marachena is moving okay. Look at that from Diamante again, and Wales just let it keep on running. Thought it was out for a goal kick, but the flag stayed down.
Well, I think he was looking for something in the middle and no one was there. In the end, he just sort of flicked it straight into Jamie Young's arms. Again, the pass from Diamante was spot on.
Vibrato drifts wide. Masato Kudo came on in a double change just now with Brindle South. So this is what you see in the era of 5 subs. When a team falls behind, the coach can throw on all the attackers.
Well, that's what we've enjoyed so much. And, you know, I go back to the game in Melbourne last night. What about the impact of Yengi for Adelaide from the bench? Absolutely superb.
Brought out the old Conor McGregor celebration as well, and we've seen some things go viral this season. That has gone dynamite. Fans right around the world are liking the swag of Cassini Yengi to do that after scoring his first A-League goal in the original rivalry. Brighto just not quite on the same page as Danzaki. And Dizelle, no look at the back for Imai. Diamante taking on all comers. This would be a satisfying end to a tough week for Western United if they could claim all 3 points here. Diamante again trying to pick out the run of Wales. Akbari does the same and finds his target. Goal Mabratu. Wenzel Hall's edge of the area. Kudo! Decent technique. Trying to thump it in that top corner.
Yeah, just couldn't control it enough. Mabratu down that left-hand side, saw the cutback. Just hits it with a lot of power, but he can't guide it on target. There's another one. Bit of quality off the bench for Western United, but Brisbane's still in this, and that was a warning.
Arrived in the A-League a decade ago with the Raw, wearing that number 7 with Brisbane. And he started out with Western United, and for a long time at the Victory we saw him wear the number 8, but now has his preferred number on his back again. Tried to bounce that one with the studs through the legs of Aldred. So Brisbane have shown they've got a threat. They've got enough attacking weapons out there. Scott looking to keep a clean sheet after some super saves tonight. His best distribution.
Come! Over here! Hey, here!
Brown finding Mabratu. Kudo is finding some nice pockets of space already. Brindle South getting heavily involved. It's all Halls back to Akbari. Look at all those white shirts in and around the area, hunting that equaliser. Danzaki linking up with Kudo. You can go to the wide man and rest him.
Yeah, great situation for Brisbane. Kudo did it well initially, but just overhits his pass to Corey Brown. But Western United quite deep on that occasion. You don't want to sit too deep. Just invite pressure.
Here's what it means on a live ladder with Western United credited with 3 points. They'd closed within a game of Brisbane, a point of Brisbane with a game in hand. And games in hand on just about everyone else in the top 6, bar Melbourne City, who many are identifying as the benchmark team at the moment, even though the Mariners are flying high at the top.
Yeah, they've been super in the last couple of games, but I'd still have Mariners on top for me. He's the benchmark at the moment. I just think they showed that this afternoon as well. Fought right till the end.
2-2 it finished between the Mariners and the Perth Glory in the earlier game. A late equaliser from the penalty spot from Matt Simon after a 3.5-minute VAR delay to award the spot kick. Danzaki past Imai. Sure the fans in Japan tuning in on My Football app and on YouTube watching the A-League. When you're abroad, you can tune in. Very interested in this game with all of their countrymen out there, as Parias is offside this time. Three Japanese players on the pitch at the same time here. Show the target of the return ball. Diamanti telling Maricena where he wants it next time. Imai surging towards that byline. Danzaki has some defensive work to do. Diamanti lifting it high and finding pain. Now Berisha might have taken it off Guarachena, who was preparing for a volley. Instead, it launches a counter-attack for Brisbane. Wenzel Halls, who was being told to use Brindle South, might have been a better option. O'Shea picks it up. Wenzel Halls in a central area. Scott down smartly again. And Wenzel Halls now trying to link up with Mabratu. Sanchez went to ground, got away with it. Away by Uzcock. Brindle South brings it down. And good safe defending by Imai and then Uzcock. But Brisbane are mounting a serious challenge here.
They certainly are, and you see that shoot on sight policy from Wenzel Halls again, and you got a lot behind it, and that's another really good save. Takes a good first touch, and it dipped wickedly. And Western United deep inside their own penalty box, and you see the desperation there. Guarachena.
Did he learn that off Parias for the goal? The diving header. Oh, late challenge there was naughty by Guarachena. Left his mark on Akbari. Probably worthy of a caution, one would have thought.
And now you think, does that, the short turnaround, the lots of games they've had in travel, the last 5 minutes, Brisbane might just get their chance. From that one, Connor Payne always sticks to his defensive duties. This player been very, very consistent for Western United.
What a night this guy's had. Right in front of the Western Service crew. Ryan Scott. Produced some spellbinding saves. Diamanti looked around and there was no one there, so he had to work back into that space, talking to those behind him.
You can see Western United have not moved out at all, really. They're still all the way back there, so there's so much space in the middle of the park for Brisbane.
Now Parias has to push out, get in the face of Corey Brown, almost all the way through to Mabratu. Jay O'Shea now, Brindle South, Wenzel Halls. Look how many numbers are back in green and black. Dissel, what about that cheeky chip over the top? It's the only way he could find Guarachena. Something a little bit going on off the ball there. Berisha was absolutely clocked by the shoulder of Tom Aldred, I think it was. Berisha wasn't anticipating that. Bushka.
He wasn't looking, so he wasn't expecting it.
For what you have to talk? All clear?
If the ref saw that, what kind of sanction is it for Tom Aldred?
Yeah, you look at it on slow-mo, always looks worse, but there certainly was a bit of movement. But not enough.
You do that in other codes, you serve 2 or 3 weeks. I'm talking about rugby league. Shoulder to the head. Thanks very much. But, not in the A-League, so Aldred knew he could get away with it and gets his head involved there against Berisha. Diamante, reverse ball for Parias. He gets there again and goes to ground, and there's nothing doing. Wenzel Halls, early delivery, and Scott was hesitant for a moment. It's an easy claim in the end, and Wenzel Halls just saying to his teammates in the middle, you've got to be flashing across the face there.
And I certainly agree with him, and he's off down the right hand, but Calvert gets there first. They'll get the throw deep inside United's territory. But Wenzel Halls had every right to ask why no one was coming across the middle of the goal.
What can O'Shea deliver? Good shape on it. Woolscock, tallest man out there. And the free kick has been spotted. Berisha earned it against Wenzel Halls. Just the 3 minutes being added on here. And Tom Aldred asking whether he can stay forward and provide another number up top.
Take your time! Brian!
We had a late start tonight, so we're almost into the 8:30 time slot. Apologies for those offended by that. Capturing the sounds of the game, and sometimes you hear the fruity stuff. Here's Aldred, thrown forward by Warren Moon. But you could argue Aldred did it himself. O'Shea whips it in. Aldred trying to get on the end of it. Akbari uses Brown. Perea slipped. He's got time now. Corey Brown. Aldred the target. And Scott can wait. Minor contact on Connor Payne, who went down.
There's really no need to throw the ball out there, wasn't it? Has gone down.
Guarachena after a heavy workload over the last 8 days. So this will add to the stoppage time period and just kill any Brisbane momentum. And what are they going to do with this throw? Remember, Western United put it out. Wow, this is the kind of thing that can cause a riot. And look at Diamante. Kicks the ball out, trying to clean up Brindle South, and he's saying, hang on a minute, what are you doing here? And this is when flashpoints happen. Chenna is cautioned. And are they going to give it back now?
Very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Shut up. Very bad. You're fucking very bad.
They were expecting Brisbane to give him back the ball.
It was very bad, according to Diamante, that they did not.
It would be very bad if they score.
And here's a corner for them.
And I don't mean that to Brisbane fans on that. I'm saying because this pressure still is on Western United. Who've stayed deep and have certainly fatigued in the last 10 minutes.
Jamie Young is up. Are they going to make these changes, defending a set piece? Or are they holding off? The cliche says that you hold off and don't make changes. Confusion reigns. Do they want to make the sub or not? Fluids comes on. Chenna departs behind the goal.
And it always is a cliche, but it's something that coaches don't like to do.
Poor old Jack Morgan is at the centre of things again, the fourthing. We're going to get to 95 minutes the way this game's going. Luke Dazelle has had a standout performance. He makes way for Brendan Hamill, midfielder for defender.
All about the delivery here. O'Shea. There's certainly a tension here, isn't it? Can they find the right delivery?
Can Jamie Young do something? In swinger. Out comes Scott. Akbari looking to put it back in there. Brindle South. Parias. Was a hand struck there. They might get a runaway goal. There's no goalkeeper. Has Connor Payne seen it? He has! 2-0 and the sealer. Brisbane gambled in search of the equaliser, and the crowd was just letting Connor Payne know there's an empty net. Shoot, young man. Shoots. And he did.
And I tell you, he just got there. I think he's at full stretch because the defender was coming across corner, and it's understandable Brisbane throw everything forward and the ball just wouldn't drop, and when it went outside of the penalty box you had two Western United. Scott again, that's a good punch, and from here the ball just bounces and they attack the ball and keep on attacking it. Parias gets his head up, he sees Connor Payne, and you see the defender coming across here. Akbari nearly gets there, but Connor Payne just passes that into an empty net to just finish the game with even more drama.
And Kate Jakovic is the VAR. The ball strikes the arm there, and then Parias plays it immediately to Connor Payne, who scores. So does this goal get chalked off? I think it might. And Brisbane are still in the ball game.
Well, that gets chalked off for hitting his hand there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Just wondering where he can get his hand.
This ricochet up into Connor Payne's, rather Dylan Parias' arm. It's an accidental handball in any other situation, but because it leads to a goal, it's chalked off. And next season, IFAB has said, then this won't be chalked off.
Yeah,
but right now it is.
Yeah, right. Well, if it's going to be, but I find that a stupid rule because what else could he do? It's not his fault. The ball's volleyed into his arm, which is against his body. But if that's the rule, it'll be no goal.
And it's 1-0. And Connor Payne and all those celebrations count for noughts. And can you believe it? We're in the 97th minute.
Does Jamie Young come back?
As well.
Again, it's the delivery. It's not a good one.
It's full time. And it's not a 2-goal margin. Connor Payne doesn't have his goal. But it doesn't matter. Western United claim the 3 points after a tumultuous week for them. Back-to-back defeats. And the celebrations for Ryan Scott, who has kept a clean sheet that will live long in his memory. Diamante and Brindle South talking it over now. Brindle South explaining his situation. I don't think Diamante is a believer in the defender just yet. Wow. Take a breath. Plenty of talking points in this game late in the equation. Tends to be pandemonium in this 5-sub rule era, doesn't it? And at full time at Amy Park, it's Western United 1, Brisbane 0. The old disallowed goal that will be lighting up social media right now. And Robbie Slater, you're with IFAB because they've changed the rule now. Next season it counts, but right now it doesn't.
Yeah, look, watching that, I saw no problem with it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's a ball played at by an opposing player. He's not even looking that way.